All right. I am going to start out first with some shout outs because I've got to make graphics and they're going to be happening here soon. So I want you to shout out really quick. We're going to shout out some wins. How many of you added one person last month? One person. How many of you added more than two people? How many of you added more than three people? Woo woo! Okay, I have to shout out. So here's our top 10 recruiters, and I'm going to do the ones that are on the call right now. Julia had 5. Myself had 5. Julia, boom. And then Cindy had 3. I have 3 for Cindy, but didn't you have 4? Do you have 3 or 4? 3? 3. Okay, just making sure. And then Hannah had 2. And Jennifer, oh, she's not on here. Jennifer had 2. And then Haley had 4. The girl went fast start silver and she's continually going and in like rocking the thing. And I want to dial in on that here in a minute too. Okay. And then who popped a couple of bubbles, even if it was just one bubble? Who popped some bubbles in Success Sprints last month? Okay. As long as you pop a bubble, that's huge, right? Doesn't matter if you hit all of them or not. Doesn't matter, right? Congrats on popping a bubble. Now, if next thing, consistency club. Consistency club means you were consistent, you didn't drop, whatever. Consistency club. I want to celebrate you guys too. Congrats. That is incredible. Now, here's the thing. Success sprints for this month, it is the exact as last month. So that means, and if you don't understand this, let me hone in on this. You can make $500 this month in just bonuses, not commission, not anything else. So for success sprints, you guys, if you retain people from last month, if you help one of those people go silver, if you add people this month, you could earn $500. That is huge. So really dive in on that, really figure that out. And don't miss that opportunity because that's $500 that could be in your pocket right now. The other thing is I want to know who was on the Why Plexus Why Now call that happened at 8 o'clock tonight. Okay. I highly, highly recommend you guys start diving in and watching those every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They are something that we need to start implementing more with every brand new person. So for instance, Haley was just on, she just watched it, added people, had people come. This is a great opportunity for them to see the bigger community, for the not only yourself, like every time I go, I get my cup filled. Like I feel like I gain more things. I gain loving hearing the testimonies that are there. Like I gain more. And so I highly recommend you guys trying to hop in on there and getting at least one person to join with you every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you are doing your IPAs, which means income producing activity, and we're going to dive into all this stuff later. If you're doing the daily things that you need to move the needle in your business, you should have at least one person to bring every Wednesday, Thursday, or every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every single time. Now, let's say you have somebody and they're interested and they're ready to join and they're wanting to learn more. Are you going to wait? Let's say they join, they come to you on Friday. Well, there's not anything until Tuesday. So I want to know in the chat, what would you do for that person if there's nothing until Tuesday for a Why Plexus Why Now call? How would you plug them in when they're the most excited to hear more about what you have to offer and Plexus has to offer? Give me some ideas in the chat.
Repeat your question, Cassie. I was distracted.
Okay. In the chat, I want to know if you have somebody that you've done a business reach out. So I'm going to back it up maybe just a little bit more. You're talking, Julia, I'm talking to you and I'm like, girl, this could be incredible for you because again, we're not going to move our business if we're not having business reach outs. And so it's like, girl, this would be incredible for you. I would, love for you to learn more. Are you open to hearing more? And you're like, yeah, great. Well, it's Friday and there's no more Why Plexus Why Now calls. So what could you plug that person into? Because obviously you don't want them waiting until Tuesday. What would you do? Three-way chats. Haley, yours says of meetings. So tell me a little bit more on that one. What are you thinking? Events, community call or ambassador page, or a recorded call? Because the last thing you want is somebody that's excited to wait for the next opportunity. There's always opportunity at your hands all the time. Now, they cannot join. And yes, so Hannah, Real People, Real Stories is a great page that you can plug people into as well. And if you're not a part of that, let us know. We'll make sure to add you. Those are live testimonies like this. So think of a Why Plexus, Why Now call, not as in depth. I actually like and prefer those more. But if you need something quick, I would pop them into the Real People, Real Stories. It's a quick live video. You can do a search. You can tag them if they're dealing with some kind of issue, Crohn's, IBS, whatever it looks like, type it in. You can tag them in there once they've accepted the group. That's a great opportunity for them to get something quick. Diamond documentaries. Yes, Sharon, if you don't know Diamond documentaries, I highly recommend, if you've not seen one, go watch one tonight after our call. I always get pumped up after that because I feel like so every time I watch one, I see my potential in it. And I'm like, girl, you've got to watch this. Take just a few minutes to go watch this or whatever. Okay. I need to watch Diamond Docs. Yes. Okay. So you see all these things and all these opportunities. Make sure you're using those to your advantage. Where can you, okay. So Diamond documentaries, you can actually go on YouTube. Plexus Worldwide has a lot of videos, and you can type in Plexus Diamond documentary and you'll see several. They're redoing them, so they're all in one place. So you're only going to have like 20 of them right now, but they're plugging a lot more of those in because I tried to find some the other day for certain people and they didn't have their new ones up yet. So I don't think I told her. That's okay. Haley, you're brand new, and Hannah, she's brand new. You can't tell her everything because you don't want to overwhelm her either. So you're fine. You're fine. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight too, is when you have a brand new person, the last thing, and not that y'all are doing this, I don't want you to do what I've done, okay? And we talked about this with Genevieve today, is when we have a brand new person, we want to plug them in, but we don't want to overwhelm. And we have to make our system so duplicatable and so easy that Haley, as she's sharing, she knows exactly where to put her people because we have taught her, we have shown her where to go, and it's so duplicatable that then her brand new person, when she starts tomorrow, she's going to know the system and she's going to know where to go and what to do. Now, raising your hand, who has seen the 120-day follow-up file that I uploaded last week? And who is using it? Okay. Perfect. I know for myself, I'm actually going back. Do not ever feel like you can't go back on your people from months ago. So like some of the ones I'm doing now, I'm at that video, the the video that's on the top. I'm plugging that in and I'm sending it to I'm like, hey, I just saw this video. I thought about you, wanted to make sure I pass this along. Even if it was months ago that they started, it's still plugging them into that system so that there's a system in play. Now I might update it after tonight only because I want to get to where we have our Why Plexus, Why Now in there as well, and it's not in there. And I want to start using corporate things. Did you know that you can have every single VIP, any potential, watch our book clubs that Plexus has? Did you know, like, we can plug all of our potentials into our book clubs. They don't have to be with Plexus. Here's the beauty of it. They're going to see what Plexus has to offer by coming to our book clubs and seeing that Plexus goes above and beyond for training, for, diving into this mental, mindset, all of that. And so know that anytime that you have a potential or whatever, be like, hey, there's a book club coming up. You want to come on it? Come on in. Okay. So on that, Cassie, how many of your customers do you connect with each day? Ooh, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm trying to get better about that. Okay. We're going to talk about that. I need to have a system. Let's be honest. And I'm trying to get better. Okay. Julia, thank you for pulling my weaknesses out. It's great. I know you didn't do it intentionally. I know. I'm kidding. But the daily, our winning day sheet really, really helps me with that because I have, and we have a lot we're going to talk about. So I'm going to talk super fast tonight. But our winning day sheet, if you're not doing that and you need something to follow along and you don't have to do all of it. Don't get me wrong. Somebody gold and above, that's something that a gold and above could really do on a daily basis. Now, if you're not gold and above, take some of those nuggets on our winning day sheet and we'll put it in our builder chat. Take some of those in there and be like, okay, I'm going to set a 15-minute timer, but I'm going to be intentional, because here's the difference. We can copy and paste messages all day long, right? But if I'm sending a heartfelt message to Cindy, and if I'm copying and pasting something to Ashley, which person is going to feel the difference? So we have to make sure when we're doing our income producing activities that there is intention to it. So that means when I'm setting a 15-minute timer and I'm like, okay, I know I have 15 minutes that I can do right now. What is that going to look like? Well, those 15 minutes, it might be my customer care, and that's all I can do that day. I'm like, okay, for 15 minutes, I'm going to be so intentional that I'm going to make sure every single customer of mine is getting a personal voice message from me. And it's more of like, hey, Cindy, how can I support you best? Would it be a phone call every week? Would it be a text message? Would it be, what would that look like that's going to fit best for you? Not for me, because Cindy came to me and to our community. I'm just giving examples because she needs coaching. She needs reminders, because if we're not giving her that, she's going to quit. 85% of people quit because they get unmet expectations with what they've got. We've got all these reset boxes. We've got everything coming. They've done the reset, and most people fall off because they have nothing to plug into. They don't have those extra little cherry on tops that we need to be kind of intentionally doing a little bit more with our customer care. And that's more of like, okay, Cindy, you're done with your reset. Okay, now I want to be there for you. So let's set reminders on your phone. Have you done Pivotal? I got a list, and I just got it a little bit ago. And I have every single person on our team and below who's either signed up or who hasn't, like who's bought the reset and hasn't signed up for Pivotal. Because if you have people joining the reset, they're likely to quit after the reset because they don't have anything else to be plugged into. And so make sure that you're plugging them into Pivotal, because Pivotal is mind-blowing. It has all of your, are those in the back office? No, I have a report and I can send it to anybody that wants, because I can give you all of your people. And so what it is it is an opportunity to plug those people in so they have continued success, not just 3 days. And so we're going to make sure that they're getting their workouts in. Like, hey, Julia, how was those those leg extensions, or how was those burpees the other day, or whatever they're on, right? We want to make sure they're having success because they came to you for success. They didn't come to Sally Sue on somebody else or any other company. They came to you. So keep remembering that they came to you because they need your help and literally guiding them, because they're going to quit if you don't guide them. So that's why that 120 follow-up is going to be key in that. But I'm gonna update it, and I'm gonna plug in to make sure Pivotal is on there. I'm gonna make sure the Why Plexus Why Now calls. Those are great for every single person you have to listen in, even if they're not a potential. Like, Julia, who all was on the call? Julia, you said you watched it. Haley, I know, was on it. Okay, how much did that build your belief? Like, right? It's so empowering, and no matter how many months or years you've been doing this, how empowering it is to continue to watch them. So don't ever not send them to somebody already existing in Plexus. Like, it doesn't have to be a potential. So really plugging those Why Plexus Why Now calls with every single person that you have. I hear a new testimony every time. Yeah. So they're always, they don't record them. There's a reason why they don't record them. Do not be mad that they do not record them, because that is our job as a leader. Every single one of you are a leader on here to remember when they are and to start plugging people in. They don't want to have to keep reminding you when the calls are, and they don't want to have to keep reminding you to invite people to them, or because if it's always going to be something new. And so they want to make sure that you're utilizing that opportunity that they're offering. And if we don't, I don't know how much longer. I mean, I'm not going to say they're taking it away. I'm just saying, if they're not seeing activity, then they're less likely to keep spending their time and hours doing it. And so it's a huge thing and a tool that we have that we really, really need to do. Okay, tomorrow, every single Wednesday. And if you didn't know this, I actually found this out today. So don't worry, because your leader just found out today. I thought the welcome to Plexus was once a month. They do that every single Wednesday. Every single Wednesday, they do a welcome to Plexus call. This call is pretty much like this, and it's welcome to Plexus. We want to welcome you, welcome you to our family, blah, blah, blah. Every single Wednesday, if you have somebody sign up the week before, you better make sure their booty is on that call on that next Wednesday so that they can hear. And when don't be afraid to invite people, you guys. Like, don't be afraid to invite people. It's more of like, hey, Ashley, you didn't just join me, you joined our community. And guess what? We have so many things to offer, and I love being able to plug you in so you have the best success. Next Wednesday at 6 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to remind you of a call that's going to be happening. All you have to do is tune in while you're cooking or whatever, because I don't want you to miss out on incredible things that they're going to be sharing that night. I cannot wait to have you tune in with me. Something as simple as that. Do not overcomplicate it. You're literally just inviting them into more community, more things that they could be successful with. So every single Wednesday is welcome to Plexus. Every single Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is our why Plexus, why now. And so every person on here, you guys are a leader. And the one thing Genevieve, she was harsh today, but it was in a good way. And it hit hard for me. She said, I shouldn't be reminding y'all all the time when things are. You're a leader. We have a calendar in our back office. You get a calendar emailed to you. You got to start plugging that in. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Mom. I'll be better. So no, out of love, I got kind of beat up a little today too, but if we want to be a leader in our team and show our team that we know when these calls are, when we can plug all of our brand new people in, when we can help our people or potentials, we've got to know when the calls are. And the one thing is these are repeated. And so then kind of like our team calls on Tuesday nights. This is why I only share it in the chat versus really posting it anymore, because you guys are the ones showing up. So I'd rather share in our chats for the ones showing up to our team calls that need to hear this information. And so it's one of those repeated things that start putting in your brain and know when those things are. Put it on your calendar. I've already downloaded Google Calendar and I'm already plugging all of these things in. So I get reminders of when they start coming up. So see, Joya, there you go. And you can color code them and everything, whether you have an Android or Joya's like, yeah, color coded. So why Plexus, why now? Trivia. What time is the why Plexus, why now calls? That's one of them. That's the second one, Julia. Good job. Ding, 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 you won, Julia. Okay, 11 and 6 and 8. So when you see Pacific Standard Time, make sure we're 2 hours. If you're Central, it's 2 hours different. So where like Patricia, she just sticks to the calls that, it's on that time. But yes, they are every single week at those times. So that graphic never changes. You can use that graphic any single time. And if you follow the either Academy page or the Ambassador page, they will update because we asked them to. A lot of the jewels asked. They said, hey, can you let us know? We like having faces to the people that are going to be sharing. And so they have started a day before or whatever for the next one. They'll share a little graphic of each person so you can kind of see and be like, hey, these are the girls or the men that's going to be sharing tomorrow night. I hope you can come, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so far, any questions on that before I keep moving forward? Okay. Next thing is when we are chatting with people, I know sometimes, and I'm just as bad, we get to where we become too copy paste, that it's transactional versus relational. And so when we're reaching out to people and we're talking to people, really spend that time to do a phone call or a voice message or a video message. So you're building that relationship and not making them feel like they're just a transaction or just a number, or you're trying to hit a goal or whatever. They're still a person. And I know you know this. I'm just saying sometimes when we get goal focused, and I've done this in the past, trust me, I've been there. You get goal focused. You're like, but I'm only one away. And you just want to make sure that when you're doing that, you are still very relational with that person. You know where they're at. Maybe and here's the opportunity. Maybe they're struggling financially. Quiz time. If they're struggling financially, what's the one conversation you should be doing with them? Somebody unmute. If I'm telling you, I cannot afford your products, I'm struggling, I cannot pay my bills, what would that look like?
Business opportunity. You tell them you can make money using, sharing your link.
True. What if I don't have a link? I haven't bought your products or anything yet.
I'm sorry, what about what?
What if I haven't bought products or anything? You just know I'm a struggling mom. Maybe I just left my husband. I have no money, none.
Invite them to a call. Invite them to a Why Plexus Why Now call. Plug them into, invite them to book club, invite them to any event, and
Also-
introduce the products to them.
Yeah, share the graphic, the referral graphic too.
Yes. So usually every month we get a referral graphic of what the potential they can make. Because I think sometimes people think that the income that we make is like $5 for a referral or whatever. They don't understand the actual income that we have an opportunity to make. And so when we open the eyes for people to be relational, so I usually use like feel, felt, found. And so if I'm talking to this single mom, like, oh my gosh, I feel for you. I am so sorry you're struggling with that. I have been in that situation where I have struggled financially, or I was negative in every single paycheck. Whatever that is in your story, you can connect in a lot of ways to that struggle. And so you're going to tie that in. And I've found that with this company, I'm able to pay our bills now. I'm able to have groceries and to be able to buy the extra things for my kids when they want an extra thing at the grocery store. And I don't have to worry about, are we going to be negative because of that? Those little things really tie into then their story, and they're more likely to listen to you because you were relational. You had that extra conversation than just throwing up the graphic and say, hey, well, this is what you can make in Plexus. Yeah, it's great, but how can that help me? Like, why would I be enticed to look at your graphic? Yeah, that looks like a lot of great money, but why? And so really tying in that and really diving in a little bit more when you do that. Okay, next. So do that. Where was I going now? Oh, business ask. I mean, pretty much just when, okay, so Haley, I'm going to put you on the spot for a hot second, and it's not a bad thing, I promise. But I want to tap into what enticed you to want to do Plexus. What gave you the insight to want more?
Yeah, so what actually helped me want to do more is I was talking to Rachel, and she was talking about how it's helped her a whole lot, and she was talking about how you can make money. And I went to a sip and see, and I tasted it, and I was like, okay, like this doesn't taste like that bad, like it actually tastes really good. And then I was talking to Jacob, my husband, and I was like, I said, we can use this income for paying off student loans. We could use it for extra money, extra cash, savings, because gas is super high. And that's really what motivated me. And I've started taking it, and I've noticed a huge difference since I have. So,
And what are you finding with sharing? Do you feel like it has been hard to share, or do you feel like you have a good system of what to do?
so yes and no. I'm still trying to figure out what works best for me. I've messaged a whole bunch, but really what's been helping me a whole lot is doing posts. Because a lot of my people that have signed up under me are not people that like my posts. They don't comment on my posts, they don't do anything, but they'll message me. And so that has helped me a whole lot. And then actually talking in person with someone is a whole lot better than messaging someone. And so I had a friend come over last week, and I let her try the pink drink, and she loved it. And then I told her about how she could start selling and making income, and how it's helped me. The cravings have went down. I've slept a lot better. I don't feel as tired anymore. And that convinced her. And I'm like, it helps when you tell how it's helping you and not just how it works.
Amen. That right there. when you, I mean, listen to every single word that she just said, because she just started. And that is, and the biggest thing that she said is, and I want you guys to realize, when you're posting and you're worried nobody's seeing it, nobody's commenting, nobody's liking, whatever, people are watching. They are so watching you, and they're watching you to fail. To be honest, they're watching you to fail, because they see people do this. They see people go in and out of companies sometimes, and they'll post for about a month, and then all of a sudden you don't see them post again. And a lot of the times it's because this stopped them, because they're like, well, nobody's commenting or posting on my stuff, and so it's just must not be working out, or I'm not, seeing any results, so I tried. And you were like, wait, you got to be consistent, because most people do not try something right off the bat. I know I didn't. I watched for years. I hope nobody else does that, but I did. And yeah, I think it's at convention, a lot of us are different generations. And so for like my generation and above, we have to gain a lot more trust. And so we have to watch, we're a little bit more skeptical, things like that. Where like for Haley, they're just like, no, give me the quick bullets. Tell me why I need this, and what is it? What is it good for me? Then I might listen. And so you have to make sure when who you're talking to, you're hitting those points. And I think the biggest thing for you, Haley, too, is like, you know your people best. And so I have found like you're going to have a time where nobody's going to be reaching out to you, because right now it's new, it's fresh, they're excited. But I liked that you said in person. And I think that's the other thing, that we've dealt with COVID stuff for so long, right? That I think people need interaction anymore. And so they really want to be face to face, and they want to see things. And so I highly recommend you guys, if you can, almost weekly, try to do a quick sip and see. You don't have to go above and beyond. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It can say, hey, just come to my house. I've got a sample on me, come try it. Even if the one person shows up, like if you continually put it on your schedule for every Monday night, then your people are going to see every single Monday night at your house at 6 p.m. They can come and they can try your paint drink, or they can hear your testimony. Find a system like that, because it could be we're in a season where people want to be more face-to-face, because I know Julia and I were just talking about this, then they want to be online. So like back years ago, and really up until recently, Facebook events were working perfectly, even messenger chats. But I think that more people want to see face-to-face anymore. And so we might have to transition into that. And this is where we grow in our business, it's going to have ebbs and flows. What worked a month ago might not work tomorrow. And you just have to be okay with that and continually move and groove with how it works. Yes, people will see your excitement and passion for it when they see you in person. So hands down, Hannah. I've had a gold, not on this call, stop sharing much because of the lack of interaction in her posts. Correct. And a lot of that is mindset, because I feel like, think of a billboard. You're continually passing this billboard. You see it all the time. You're like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it then means something to you, because you're desperate enough to want to read it. You're desperate enough to be like, wait, I remember that billboard. Where did it go? I remember so-and-so had that billboard up. Who was that? We all have a time and a season for things. And I think that's the same with the Bible. When you read the Bible and you read scripture, every single scripture, you might have read it 100 times, but it wasn't in the season that you needed it for. And so really diving back into that, and it's the exact same thing with posting. I will tell you, most people quit at gold. I don't want to discourage you. Most people quit at gold because of that reason right there that Hannah said. No, people are not going to see your billboard all the time, and they might not need it, or they might not want it right now. But if you continually push in and continually follow what God has for you, it will show. It will show. You guys, I was sharing with Shara the other day. Like, I just had my memories for gold. I hit gold 6 years ago. I think it was yesterday or day before. And I'm like, gold. It took me 6 years to get to where I'm at right now. 6. Do I want y'all to take 6 years to get to emerald? No. But I had a lot of growth. I didn't have a sponsor helping me. She fell off years ago. I didn't have those things in place that you guys have. So I'm praying and hoping that you guys have huge growth before I did at 6 years. But just know it takes time to grow a business. Any person, at a small town, you see a brand new, boutique, whatever, pop up. that business is not going to flourish the first day. You have to continually keep your business open, continually trying to find and do new things so that anybody that comes around the corner, when they're ready, they come into your store. Do not quit. God put this in your hands for a reason. Do not quit. It won't take you 6 years, I promise, because we got systems now in place that are going to help you. And you are going to be bolder than I was in doing business reach outs. And again, when you're doing a business reach out, it is intentional relationship. You are tying into their pain points of why they need this, not you. Why does Ashley need this? Why does Jennifer need this? Why does, Patricia need this? Those things, when you're doing business reach outs, that's how it works. And I mean, in the chat, how many people can we find to take our products? Like everybody, right? Like we can find every single person on the street that could take our products. We can find product takers all day long. That's not going to grow our business at all. I have started asking them about the business after they sign up. Perfect. Now I almost encourage you, Cindy, try to do it beforehand too. Beforehand. So let's say I'm signing somebody up and they're ready and most people are going to come to you about the products. They're not going to come to you about the business, right? I never have people come to me about the business ever. And if it is, it's like a very rare, like commodity or whatever. But it's an opportunity as they're signing up to have that conversation of like, okay, I want you to promise me, Cindy, that if finances ever get in the way of your health journey, that you will have a chat with me. Can you promise me that? Because the last thing that I want is for you to quit your journey, quit your health story, quit the results that you're looking for because of finances, because I have a system that is going to help you have the best success possible. So will you promise me that if that comes up, that you're going to tell me, that you will tell me in that moment? That is where you're going to get that seed planted, and then you can say, and this is what it looks like. We have a system that I can help you make, even just the first referral or even the third referral. This is the system, and I can make it so easy for you to be able to use that we can keep going. The thing is when you are casting that vision, you don't want to stop it. And we've had a conversation on this a while back. You don't want to stop it at the beginning. You want to cast bigger vision of like, you know what? And let's say this becomes more, Cindy, that's great. But I want you to promise me that if finances are ever an issue, like it was for me when I first started, you will let me know and have your mind and eyes open to more, because it could possibly be more for you too. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Any questions really quick? Okay. If you did not send your coaching sheet, please do so, because it is, Julia, I love you. It's okay. I love how she was like, called herself out like, oh man. Okay. You do not have your coaching sheet filled out. Please do so, and do that by tomorrow. It was due today, but do that by tomorrow if you can. Because here's the thing, it's August 2nd. And I want to plug you in and get you excited and get you going before August 29th comes around. And you're like, well, there goes another month. Peace out. I'm going to try again for September. No. We have to look back in the past. You do have to look at your July. What was it in July that you wish you would have done? What was it in July that you regret? What was it in July that you're like, okay, I think I know what I needed to learn. I think I've got it. That's what I'm going to do in August. And so that's what these coaching sheets are. We're going to be doing them monthly. And so know that when you look at that sheet, I want you to focus and really set your mind on what you learned from last month and what you can plug into this month. Because every single one of us should be adding at least one every single month. If you are doing business reach outs and posting, you should be adding at least one every single month. And so know that that's what those sheets are. They're just okay, how can we reset? How can we reset? Where can we focus at? What strengths can we move more into? What can we do? You can send it to myself or your sponsor, Haley, whoever, it does not matter. I just want to make sure that somebody's seeing that you can stay accountable to. So that's all that matters. So sending that sheet. And then I want to know in the chat or shout it out, I want to know how many you personally are wanting to add this month. And then how many, or what rank goal What rank goal do you want to hit this month, or point goal do you want to hit? And type that in the chat, or share that out loud really quick. And if you don't know, I can help you. Julia, Ruby, add 5. Okay. Haley, 5 more for senior silver. Yes. I like that you already know you need 5 more. That shows you have good leadership that is telling you exactly what that looks like. So awesome leadership. Okay. Hannah, 400 plus and add a minimum of 3. Cindy, 100 points for gold and add 3. Loving it. Remember, don't let the enemy's lies stop you from what could be. I mean, don't go. I feel like sometimes, like, know your potential, know what you can do. 4 silvers. Yes, Hannah. Ashley, senior silver. Yes. 50 points. Okay. So now with every single person, what you have here, the thing to do is to look at your last, this is why the sheets are good. And so if I start doing this with you, know that this is what I'll do with you, is we're going to look at last month and figure out, okay, what can we improve? Where did you end? How many more orders do you need? And then the biggest thing is, what is your customer care going to look like? Because that is how you retain people. Because you might have ended at 100, but if you lose 10 people, you gotta start all over, like, it almost like start all over again. And so it shows if you don't have a good retention rate and people aren't staying, it's because there's something missing. There's a missing link. And so, yes, you can add people all day long, but you're going to always have that missing link if we don't figure that out. And so most times it's customer care. So this is why I'm really hoping that 120-day sheet is going to help you guys. And so you're going to know exactly what to do. Yes, Julia.
I was just going to mention too, that is this not the last month they can earn Gold School, correct? If it's still available.
Yep. So Gold School is in Nashville and it will sell out because it's so centralized that this is the last month that you can earn that. So how to earn that is to go gold for the first time or develop a gold, because you, as their sponsor, because you help develop them, you are a leader, you get to go to Gold School with them. So for some of you that are like senior silver or whatever, I would shoot for gold if you can, because if they sell out, you never know, there could be a wait list. Some people can't go at the last minute, you never know. Or they could open up another room or whatever. It's at the Gaylord, and the Gaylord is huge. They can find more room. Okay. Shoot for gold this month. Gold School. If you don't know about it, like Haley, you might be like, what is that? So Plexus now is offering an amazing opportunity for people when they hit gold. Because most times people, like I said, they fall off at gold because they're like, well, nobody's loving on me. This doesn't work for me. Right. And so now they're offering a school to help train you and to help get you motivated and moving to the next ranks. And so now it's a place they're going to provide food, provide training, provide all of that all day long. October 1st is when it is. So October 1st, go ahead and mark it off and say, I'm going. Mark off your time. All of y'all can stay with me and we'll drive somebody, probably not my car. We'll either have to rent or use somebody else's car, but we will drive all the way to Nashville together, stay here the night before, go, come back, whatever that looks like. And so we can all get a hotel room, hang out, whatever. October 1st, mark it off that you're going to be gold and you're going to be going to Nashville with us. That's going to be a huge opportunity. So food is provided, training is provided, everything. And I have heard the people that come out of Gold School, I mean, so I'm in a Diamond Sprint group. Diamond Sprint is like, she gives us hardcore work, y'all. If you ever need accountability like what I'm getting, you reach out to me and I will tell you what I have to do, because it is insane. Like, I have to add 3 people or I'm kicked out of the group. Like, she's like, you want to be a diamond? I'm going to treat you like a diamond. You got to add 3 people. And so there's all these things that I have to do. Anyway, she gives us all these nuggets and she's saying the people that are in Gold School or that come to Gold School are either ranking up the next month or double ranking the next month. Like, they're gaining so much that they are on fire, they're ready, and they have more boldness in them. They are just ready to run. And so that's why you have to make it a point to hit gold this month if you haven't already, or come with us to Nashville. And then they have rubies on the rise. So the nice thing is, none of this was there when I was there, you guys. So if I can get Emerald with nothing, no bonuses that are every month, no fun prize, nothing. Plexus, I love you. You didn't offer this stuff when I was in it. So you guys have gold, and I'm not kidding. So you have Gold School, and then you have Ruby's on the Rise. It's another corporate thing that they're doing in Arizona. And so that is, oh, I can't remember when. I want to say November. But it's this time, sometime this year, and it's in Arizona. So you get to fly to Arizona, same thing, same trainings, great opportunities, and come back home. And then you get to go to Emerald. So, and then Emerald is in Hawaii with me next year on the beach. Okay. Jen, gold, yes, at least 6 more or more. Okay. Growing to gold is not just you working. Exactly. It's finding customers, connecting with their people, and building through others, finding more who desire the business and helping them build. Boom, mic drop, we're done, right? Because again, you can find customer people all day long, but going gold is finding people that want this as much as you do, or at least they have a vision of wanting more income or more possibilities or whatever that looks like. Because when you start plugging them into things that corporate has, and they see like, oh, I get to go to a gold school. Well, what, I just added like 10 people or whatever. Like, that's nothing. What you want me to go to gold school or 20 people? Like, that's huge. What if you can't find people who really want to sell? So I have found, and I had this the other day, I had a girl call me on Instagram that I went to high school with, and I didn't get to share this in our thread, but she called me. She was ready to do the reset. The first thing that came out of her mouth was, Cassie, it's not you, but I want you to know I don't want a subscription and I don't want to be sold to, but I know you won't do that. It's not you, but I just want to let you know ahead of time. That's not what I want. And I'm like, okay, but tell me a little bit more. Why? Like, you have to dive in because they're triggered for a reason. And so I think of it like the mall person. When you go in the mall and all those people stop you in the middle, you're triggered because you had a bad experience. And so you have to figure out why is she so triggered by wanting to sell or wanting to share? And so usually I back it up and I figure out why. Like, okay, tell me a little bit more. And then I get to where I'm like, well, and this is my personality though. So you're going to have to be you with your people. I'm like, Deidre, if you start having results, girl, you bet you I'm going to be having you share your story. You bet I'm going to have you do a post or something. So just know that if you start seeing results because of what these products do and the coaching and stuff that I'm helping you with, I might be having you post. And who knows, if somebody wants to take the products, then great. Guess what? You get a referral bonus because of the people coming to you. You have to set it up like that because people feel like if it's selling, they're a car salesman. They're not that we're so different than that. And so really talking to them in that way of like, okay, but promise me that, I just want, or sometimes I even back it up like, okay, well, I have a question. Do you ever tell people about the new Starbucks drink that you like? Or do you ever tell people about the sale that's happening at Target because everything's on clearance right now? Or do you ever tell people blah, blah, blah? I was like, it's the exact same thing. So do you realize that you actually sell something every single day? Most people don't realize that. They really don't. And so they're triggered from a bad experience. And so you kind of have to neutralize it and say, well, actually, we do this on a daily basis and we don't even think about it. We have like, oh my gosh, Julia, go to the radio right now. This is my favorite song. It's Gyra. Go listen right now. I'm selling her to go listen to the radio song. Like, I'm encouraging her to do something. It is selling, it's sharing. Exact same thing. Okay, help them see the fortune of youth, or fountain of youth that we have all seen, yes, with these products. If you saw I feel like I'm aging backwards too. That's the other beautiful thing. If you see a lot of people that have been doing the products for a long time, I feel like it just helps us age backwards too. So that's another thing. Okay. I don't know if you were going with that, but that's where I went with it. Okay. Any questions really quick? And Haley, no question is a dumb question or like, I shouldn't ask this or whatever. So seriously, you're new, ask away. Patricia, I was just told that the other day. So I'm curious, what was your response?
I could respond because I was there as a listener, so I couldn't say anything. I couldn't, but she told me, she's all, every time I see you, it's like you get younger and younger. You look great. I'm like, thank you. And she knows what I do. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And see, but she's noticing, and it's like, those are the little seeds. I think that sometimes people are asking for more, even though they aren't using the words to ask for more. Does that make sense? Like, she wouldn't have come up to you if she wasn't curious, or she wouldn't have said that if she wasn't curious for more. So it'd be like, and of course she knows what you're doing, but that might have been, and maybe you come back to it, that might have been an opportunity, an open door to be like, would you love to try a sample and actually see what aging backwards feels like? Like, little things and nuggets like that. What other questions we got? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Patricia.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
I know I've asked this before, but how do you deal with people who ghost you? I mean, I have this person, she has not added me as a friend. I keep leaving her messages. I'm sharing with her, telling her I'm here for you. I voicemailed her. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to video call her. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I want her to see this wonderful community, and I can't even add her to the page because we're not friends.
Okay. Well, Genevieve did this today, and I was trying to find my notes on it, but I think I can recall what she said. And it was hilarious because I kind of do this, but not as upfront as her. And she said, okay, before you do a restraining order on me, or before you do, call the cops on me, one last time, did I do anything? Just put a poop emoji or a thumbs down if you're not interested. That's all I need to hear, Patricia. Like, I rain on your parade. I don't want to hear anymore. Whatever. Thumbs down. Give me a poop emoji. I just need to know where you stand. And so I think sometimes we have to call people out and give them the okay out. And so I just loved where she was like, I know I'm on the verge of a restraining order, but just want to know one more time, like, I'm reaching out. Are you getting these or not? Like, and there's a loving way you can do it, you guys. I mean, it's mainly calling them out in a loving way. Like, hey, Cindy, are you getting these? And if this is not the right time, or this is something you're not interested in, just give me a thumbs down, or just tell me that this is not the right time. That is okay. I want you to know that is okay. And that's what I do. That's where I call her out. Julia says, do you have her phone number to call her? That's even more bolder. And I would do that and be like, hey, I'm just going to say her name is Sammy. Hey, Sammy, it's Patricia. Your friend you're ignoring, that one. I'm just kidding. I mean, you don't have to say that. But if it was Sassy Cassie here, I might say that. I might be like, Sammy, I know you're ignoring me, friend. Like, I'm just going to call it like it is. I see all this in you. And if you don't see that, that's totally fine. But like, I just wanted to call you and let you know, blah, blah, blah. And if now's not the right time, that's okay, Sammy. Just let me know. Like, I'm happy to help you wherever you are at, and leave it at that.
I was going to say that too. I've had similar issues, and some of them I work with, so they can't really ignore me for that long. I even called one of them one time and I said, just so you know, I get that you're ignoring me, but you do see me tomorrow at work. So you can't ignore me forever, but just, I think acknowledging that and kind of hitting what Cassie, you said, that was just giving them an out and saying, hey, I get that this may not be the right time. God just brought you to my mind, or however you want to verbalize it. You came across your name and thought of you and thought this could benefit you for so many reasons. And just make sure that they know, because I feel like people are so much better responsive to that, and they may never even get back with you, even from that. But at least you've kind of put it out there. So then one of these days, after how many years, Cassie? A few years, 6 years.
6.
People will be like, hey, I remember that person saying something about that. Or I've been seeing all these posts. Like, it's not that they don't remember you. It's just that they're too afraid to talk about it. So it's not you, you know.
Yep. Haley, how do you reach out to more people? Oh, girl, it's my favorite. Hang tight. Like broaden your circle. I feel like I talk to the same people over and over and reach out to the same people. Well, Haley, what's great is you just started, and I will tell you how I broaden my homeschool. I feel like lack of little community is I continually, wherever I go, I see opportunity. So for instance, I remember I friended somebody in the gas station once, like, hey, do you have Facebook? Like, I mean, there was so much that we connected. It was weird. She had 2 girls. She was meeting her mom. We started a conversation, and it was an opportunity to add her to Facebook. She didn't seem creepy. She didn't seem like she was going to be a stalker killer person. Like, don't add those kind of people. But that's how I broaden my network is I find opportunity and I look for opportunity wherever I go. Same with posting. You know, if I am not working, I am literally taking pictures or thinking of posts. I'm thinking of things wherever I'm at, because that's just my mind. That's where I go. It doesn't mean that I'm working. It just means that I'm looking for opportunity wherever I'm at, because I want my business to grow. I'm not sitting down and intentionally working, but and the other thing is like I plug into things like the gym. I so many people at the gym. You know, you continually have new people coming in and out. I mean, whatever your things that you enjoy, you tie into. There's Facebook groups or Instagram hashtags that. So our winning day sheet, this right here, there's a way you can follow hashtags. And on Instagram, you can follow hashtags and you're going to follow like-minded people. And that's where you gain connection. That's where you gain trust and you start relationships. That's where that network starts building and it won't happen overnight. No, but it's where it starts. And so that's kind of what I do to broaden my network. And then sometimes if I see suggested friends and I'm like, because we just started going to a massive, massive church. And I will be like, oh my gosh, I remember seeing her. She's the person in the kids area. Friend, she can accept it or not. And then, you know, we just go from there. We had a lady stop me the other day in the bathroom. I had no idea that she was following me at church. And she was like, hey, Casey. I'm like, actually, Cassie. And she follows me on Facebook and, you know, was talking about my stories the other day or whatever. And I'm like, okay. Notated, she's watching my stuff. And so that's kind of what I do. I don't creep. And once they accept my friend, be like, hey girl, I just saw that we were going to be friends and I'm so excited. No, it's like, she's going to start following my journey and I'll start following hers. And then we just go from there, or his. I just have more women than I have men. Also connecting people who have multiple mutual friends. Yes, very much so. And this is where good 3-ways happen, like 3-way conversations, things like that. But Facebook groups are good. Like I'm because with my story, my endometriosis, I'm in an endometriosis group. You can follow hashtags on Instagram or even, you know, groups in Facebook where, let's say you love animals like farms and you like hobby farm and you go to this hobby farm and figure out how to join a hobby farm or make a hobby, whatever. Then you go into that and you figure that out. And then you tie into those people and just connect. Yes, Hannah, your hand's up. I don't know if you meant to do that. Oh, wait, where'd she go? There you
So
are.
totally off subject, but it's something that Haley, I want to share with everyone. And it's not, I didn't handle one of our 3-way messages well the other day. I mean, it wasn't bad, but
Message. Yeah, that's a good one.
they were saying they would have, that they don't have, I can't remember the wording, but they didn't have the money right now. That would have been the perfect time to follow up with, well, you know, and then lead with business part. And I didn't do that. And so remind me to go back if you think about it. I've been like trying to remember for like 3 days. But we need to follow back up. I think it's like a husband and wife name. And we need to follow back up with that and just check in how they are. And then anytime, I guess I'm using this as an example, we need to always offer them that opportunity when they don't have the money. So I don't know why that popped into my mind, but that's how my life's going right now. So there you go.
That's my mind 100% of the time. It's squirrel. It's like, oh wait, I forgot about that. And oh wait, I forgot about that. I get it. Hands down. Don't worry. Okay, so if I'm a brand new person, oh, go ahead, Hannah.
I was gonna say for Haley and like expanding her whatever, there's probably like youth group. She's the youth pastor's wife, so there's probably those pages. So like I'm a police officer's wife, so I'm in all those police officers' wives. There's probably like youth pastor pages, support group pages that you don't maybe even not even seen yet, and get in there and start interacting. You're not usually it'll go against the rules to be like plexus. But if you see someone asking like for prayer or whatever, and like if you can tell they're really stressed, be like, girl, I understand the stress, and my husband used to be on edge a lot too until we got him this happy pill. You know, if you want any more information, just send me a message. I'll be happy to share, because it's like literally saved us. You know, something like that. And so that's what I was gonna say. Like whatever your niche is, expand on that in your Facebook groups, and then be a present member.
Yes, hands down. And some of you might be like, well, Cassie, I don't do anything. Like, I'm just me. Well, what fills your cup? Like, what do you enjoy, or what did you enjoy back in the day that maybe you need to revisit and start doing again? Like, reignite what made you back then, or what could make you excited to do now, and plug into those things. And that's where you build a relationship, and that's where you grow your network that way. But really quick before we end, if I'm a brand new person, I just started, I'm a Haley. Okay. I don't want the business though yet. Right. But what in the chat, what are things, because we don't want to overwhelm, right? But the 120-day follow-up sheet is a great way to start. But what are the things that you want to start plugging me into so that I can start seeing community and casting a vision, a bigger vision that I might not be, I might have not have never seen because you started doing something. There's no wrong answer. So just think, like, if I'm a brand new person, what would you do?
I would ask like what your dreams are. Like if nothing could stop you and there was possibility, like you had nothing in your way and everything was possible, what would you want to do, or where would you want to go, or, you know, and kind of build on that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What else?
If they're brand new, I'm always like, or about to be brand new, 3-way messages when they're brand new, definitely get them into that silver thread so they can see other people. Just kind of, if they're new and they're doing the reset, make sure you get them in that Facebook page so they have that community of everybody doing it at the same time, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And of course, all the plexus calls we already talked about those.
Yep, exactly. Welcome to Plexus Call on Wednesdays. Okay, really quick, all these are right answers. You just want to plug your people into where they're at, you know, so putting them into the faith page. I usually do not add my people to, and nothing against Carissa's page, y'all. I love her page, love all of her pages. I just don't want to overwhelm my people yet until they're gold is usually when I add them to her pages, because then they can handle more notifications. They can handle a little bit more when they're gold and above, unless they're a Haley that can handle more. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have those rare people that can, but I've had people come to me back years ago where they were so overwhelmed with the notifications. So I stopped adding people to all different groups for that reason. But I will say, the Plexus Academy is a really great one, or the Plexus Ambassador page is a really great one too, because of the calls, the book clubs, the things that are happening in there, and the training calls that they have all the time that they could listen and watch in on, and you can tag them in that aren't going to be on our page. So I usually do the faith page. And then if there's a call coming up or whatever, I'm going to add them to that or plug them into that so they can watch that. I'm not adding them to the I say Paladins because that's been 6 years. The streams page, or the leader page until they're a little higher. But Julia, you hit it on the nail a minute ago. There was a call today by Emily. And if you go on I believe it's the Academy page or the Ambassador page, and it's she talks about green flags. Okay. Go watch that. Make a note to go watch that call, because she talks about casting vision and looking for green flags and what questions she asks her brand new people as they're starting, or even potentials. And when she sees a green flag, she starts diving in a little bit more. For instance, she talks about somebody that is now an emerald on her team that did not want to sell, did not want to do anything, was a hairstylist, I believe hairstylist, was struggling financially, everything. And she casted so much vision because she saw so many green flags and asked questions, prompting questions that got her to see more of what Plexus has to offer. So go watch the call when you can. And yeah, okay. Any other questions? That was an hour, and I really try to keep it shorter than that. So I'm so sorry. I just had a lot to say tonight.
Did you see Jessica Heffley has this one thing going on right now, like tips on retention, I think. It's a daily thing. Yeah, I meant to go watch it. I was listening to the Take the Stairs book though. And
Keep going, keep going.
yeah,
In my
and
head.
so I wanted to, it's like I want to do so many things in the morning, but I only have like 30 minutes. So I have to like, and my ride to work isn't long enough to like listen to something. I have in the past, but yeah, I guess it's like 15 minutes long or something, but it's on, but Jessica Heffley's doing it. And yesterday I think was the first day.
Beauty in the Basics.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. Love it. There are so much things that you're going to find in Plexus and all of our teams that you can plug into. That's one. Jessica Heffley, if you're not on her page, it's another page that's higher up. We can add you if you would like. Just know there's going to be more notification. I actually mute some of the higher up notifications so that I don't get all bombarded with all of it. But that one is amazing. Like I remember her saying that the other day and I just forgot. There's another one that Hannah showed me the other day. That was Jen Leith, and it's only 3 days long and it's like the middle of the month. And I was going to tell you all about that. And it was, Hannah, can you talk about it for a second?
It's a 3-day IPA challenge. And so it says, if you're the CEO of your business. So it's like showing up and working like a CEO for 3 days. And I thought we have winning day and all these other things that are really fantastic. And I would not replace any of that with that. But I also think it would be a neat experience. And then maybe some of our team members that aren't in the winning day, and maybe that's overwhelming for them for a little bit. Hey, here's a 3-day taste. And if you can be successful for these 3 days, that's going to build their confidence. And that might open the door to them wanting to do like a winning day or something like that. So I can put that information in the thread, or you let me know you want it, whatever you want.
Yes, please do. So Patricia, if you can post Jessica's, because here's the thing. Most of you on this call are the ones working and the ones going to show up to those kinds of things. So you're going to know when this is in our thread, which ones you want to plug into. And I'm going to tell you some other ones too. So Hannah, I'm going to have you look for that one, post that in our builder thread. Patricia, if you can look for the Jessica one, plug that in. And again, add this to your calendar and decide which ones are going to work for you. The last thing I want you to do is to get overwhelmed this month and not hit the goals that you want. So just plug into what you can do. Okay. Here's the other thing. If you did not listen to the Take the Stairs book, I'm going to say it another time, hands down. It is an incredible book. It's only 3 hours long, you guys. If you have Audible, only 3 hours long. I know that Patricia has literally like a 2-minute commute to her job. Either way, in the shower, I was listening, wherever I could, folding laundry. It is an incredible, like one of my top favorite books of all time right now. I love John Maxwell. Like Rory Vaden is another huge favorite of mine. Huge. So if you can, listen to that book this month and then book club. We're going to always do book club with Plexus. Always. I'm going to start doing corporate things because why do we need to keep doing different things when corporate is offering this stuff? So Rory Vaden is doing another one this month, and it is procrastination, or wait. Dang it, Joya, what was it? Procrastinate. It's on procrastination. So
on purpose or something like that, right?
Yes. Procrastinate on purpose. Thank you. Procrastinate on purpose. And so Rory Vaden, again, like I'm telling you, if his other book was so good, I'm downloading this other one. I can only imagine what this one is going to be good, because we all procrastinate. Don't get me wrong. I know we all do. Come on now. And so it's going to be huge. And then on the 20th of this month is book club. That morning, Saturday morning, he's going to be coming on. Plexus is going to have him come on. They pay thousands and thousands of dollars for this guy to come on and just talk to us and dive into us and share. And so be on that if you can. And because then it shows Plexus that we want to hear more and we want to be available for that kind of thing. And so dive in, listen to that book club on procrastinate on purpose. So those are the books that we're going to be doing this month. And other teams are doing other ones. Great. I'm happy. If you can plug in another book, great. But I'm telling you, this guy is insanely good for what our team needs right now. Yes, Take the Stairs by Rory Vaden. Take the Stairs. Okay, next thing. Carissa we have a team call with Carissa Thursday night, 8:30. And that one is going to be talking about, so she's been doing this 20 messages a day reach outs. So like IPA, just super simple. You do 20 messages a day, mark off little box. My kids are down here and my dogs now. So who knows what happened just now. Okay, just go pick it up. But so if you want in on that, she's going to talk about that on Thursday night and some other things that are going to be happening bigger team wide. And then also I'll be talking about our winning day, so that if people want to do that instead of the 20 reach outs, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what that looks like. The other thing is I really want to know what works, what motivates and keeps you accountable the best. So you're like, so for me, when I had a nutritional coach, she was texting me almost every morning or every night saying, how did your day go? Did you stay with your macros? Did you blah, blah, blah? What motivates you and makes you more accountable to hit your goals? And I'm going to show you something. Anybody? Zoom's vision casting and brainstorming. Okay.
Calls. I really enjoy seeing everybody, and even though my world's crazy at this time of night, sometimes I enjoy it.
Awesome. Me too. I like seeing everybody's faces. I know for me, a long time ago, there was a level 3 and she needed extra accountability. And dude, it super helped me. Every morning at 7:30, we would come on Zoom in our robes and our like messed up hair and everything. And we would Zoom and we would do 30 minutes of intentional work together. We didn't say anything. We just showed up. And it was like accountability. Like I knew if I pressed snooze, Tammy was going to be waiting on me. And I had like, I could not do that. Does that make sense? So for me, that stuff motivates me to like continually show up and continually do the work that I know I need to do. Haley, seeing everyone's results and successes, it motivates me, talking to everyone about it. Okay. So another question is I'm loving all of that. And that's exactly what I need to hear. I also want to know what is going to motivate you the most to do the work to get you to the goals that you set earlier.
For me, I just need to work every day. I just need to do, even if it's like a little bit at a time. And I think that's what motivates me, is just like bite-sized pieces of something. So I don't know, I have to go back and re-listen to the section that on Take the Stairs that I was listening to this morning, because it was so good. And you talked about like basically time blocking, but the way he said it was just a different way that I saw it differently. Because I know you can always say, and we've been saying that for years, time blocking, block off, block off, block off. But the way he said it, it was like, that's easy. I could do that, where I can just like, I just need to like, just do what I I just need to work it. That's it. I
Yeah.
just need to work.
Messaging or whenever I'll Zoom you and
Mhm.
you and I will work like
Mhm.
simultaneously, that helps me a lot because as you can tell when we do that, I get distracted real easily. And you're like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing on your phone? And I'm like, I'm not scrolling. So that helps me a lot, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, so Julia will literally message me, and because she knows my work hours, so I'm usually working at this time every single night. She's like, "Are you still up?" Yep. Can we work together? Yep. And we're just on Zoom, and I'm like, "Okay, wait, what are you working on right now?" Because I can tell she's like, so, but it's whatever motivates you. I mean, if you need me to show up on a Zoom and I'm working, tell me. I don't mind doing that. But I just need to know what motivates you so that you know you're going to show up every single day to do exactly what you need to do to move the needle. Because it's the 2nd, and I don't want it to be the 22nd or the 29th or the 30th. And you're like, dang, I didn't show up. I didn't do the things like I thought I wanted to. Oh man, I took the escalator instead of taking the stairs. Whatever. I procrastinated. So here's what I want to know. And most of it was like, let's see. Someone messaging me every day, someone messaged me in the mornings or even evening call or even Zooms. Who else? A few more really quick. No. Okay, so two options, okay? We have our builder chat and we could utilize that of it, a check-in day. I have our winning day group where we have a sheet and we stick to the sheet and you just say, I got it done today. And I might tag you. And if you didn't pop it in by midnight or whatever, or say that you got it done, I mean, like, Cindy, where you at, girl? You said you gonna do this. We got 29 days. Where you at? So the winning day, you're only doing it for 5 days. That's the thing about the sheet, is it should not take you more than 2 hours every single day, and you're off 2 days. So it's like nobody wants to work 7 days a week. So the winning day is you're doing it for 5 days, 2 days off. Okay, there's that option. I want to know your options. So here's where I'm at. Winning day group, where we post in there, we got it done. I tag you and call you out when you don't, and in a nice way, like if you need that kind of stuff. We can do it in the builder chat, completely fine. There is this other option, and I showed some of our golds and above things with check boxes. And yep, so the winning day, we can make check boxes. There's this bingo sheet that I got, and it literally, you can do bingo and you can mark off all the things, and you can do that all month long of like, okay, well, I did this one and this one and this one and this one. When you get bingo, great. Maybe I do a prize or whatever. There's this sheet as well as an option. So we can do bingo or we can do winning day, but I don't want to do both on you guys. I have done overwhelm before, and I don't want to do that with you guys. I want you to hit your goals this month. I want to be intentional with you so you hit them. And if it's something simple like a bingo and you just check it off, if it is a winning day and I'm like, Cindy, where's yours? Julia, where's yours? Come on now. The winning day is more of an open. It's not an everyday. It's like you just get it done. So it's like, do you need a daily thing for 5 days, or do you want like an open bingo for all month long? Ooh, okay, Hannah, keep us posted on that. Definitely be praying.
She has an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon Thursday at 4, so we'll know more. We won't know anything more until after that. So,
Okay.
but anyway, they marked it urgent. So, but then I also missed a phone call from the doctor this evening. I was on the phone with my mother-in-law and it sent it straight to voicemail. So they're like, call me as soon as you can in the morning. So I don't know.
Okay.
So anyway, good night, everybody. Thank
Bye
you for
for
praying.
praying.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, girl. We'll definitely say a prayer.
For winter. Ugh.
I know. Okay. So there's where I'm at. I don't want to spend too much more time, but it's like, do you want a bingo that you have all month long to do? Or do you need something a little bit more intentional that's like and I don't care which one. This is for you guys, not me. Like, or do you want something a little bit more intentional that like, you got to do these check boxes every single day? Or both.
I want both.
Or both. Both is totally fine. I'm I'm a daily thing, as much as my anxiety gets thinking about it. I get that too. Jen, I'm proud of you. It's 10 o'clock and you're still up. I'm just,
right?
I'm just saying. Okay. Well, I had mine and I'm on like my second or third pink drink, so. Okay. I'll go ahead and end it. You let us know in the builder chat what you feel like is going to be best for you. Really think about it. Do you need a daily thing with a checklist? Do you want it in the builder chat? Do you want a separate chat just for this month? Or both? Okay. Think about it, pray about it. Let me know tonight. Like, don't spend too long on it because I kind of want to start it tomorrow. So
Do you want us, where do you want us to let you know?
in the builder chat, just put it in there
Okay.
because most of y'all are in there. So
And if we want both, you're just gonna send it to us? Or
I'll
just
probably
connect?
post it in the builder chat once we decide what's going to happen, what we're doing. We'll,
Okay.
Can you do a poll in the builder chat? Do a
Oh,
poll?
that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do a poll. Thank you, Patricia. This is why I have multiple people helping me. So I appreciate you. Okay, I'm gonna do a thing right now, whether it's a daily, a bingo, or both. And then we'll figure out what chat or when that's gonna look like. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Love you guys. I'm glad that you're here. And let's rock August. Don't forget your sheets, your coaching sheets, Julia, and a couple others of you.
Doing it now.
Bye.
Bye.